Shaykh Uthman ibn Farouk of the One Message Foundation has been a naughty, naughty boy. There are certain people who will say absolutely anything in the heat of the moment to escape criticism, even if their words will come back to haunt them just 3 days later. If you encounter some of these people, all you need to do is innocently raise objection after objection, and they will literally bury themselves in deception. Take our favorite sheikh, Shaykh-ul-Islam Uthman ibn Farouk. For the past few months, a tweet has been circulating. In this tweet, Shaykh Uthman declares that all non-Muslims should be forced to pay jizya, and that any non-Muslims who refuse to pay will be fought, and their women and children will be enslaved. That tweet, and the tweets from Shaykh Uthman that led up to it, have been deleted. But we can piece together the conversation from some replies and from what Shaykh Uthman said later. A Muslim named Mansour accused Shaykh Uthman of rejecting offensive jihad and of only believing in defensive jihad. So he accused Shaykh Uthman of believing that jihad is only for the self-defense of the Muslim community, not for conquering and subjugating the rest of the world. This tweet has been deleted. You'll see why shortly. Shaykh Uthman posted some sort of response, now deleted, saying that Mansour is wrong and that he does indeed believe in offensive jihad. But he wasn't very clear on what that includes. So Mansour replied, "Quit with the emotional crap. Maybe you should have thought before spewing lies. You can easily say, I affirm that Islam calls for the conquest and subjugation of all non-Muslims, regardless of whether they fight us. It's not that hard. Bet you won't though." In another deleted tweet, Shaykh Uthman must have said that he does affirm this because Mansour asks him to make that affirmation even more explicit. Mansour says, "So, to be absolutely clear, you agree that jizya should be imposed on all disbelievers, and if they refuse, they should be fought and their women and children enslaved?" Once again, Shaykh Uthman's tweet has been deleted, but here we have a screenshot of what he said. In response to the question, "Do you agree that jizya should be imposed on all disbelievers, and if they refuse, they should be fought and their women and children enslaved?" Shaykh-ul-Islam declares, "Of course, and I have already made all of this clear in my durus, but you never reached out to ask me." So, of course I believe this, but instead of reaching out to me, you falsely accused me of not believing it. Mansour is satisfied with this response, so he says, "Thank you, I'll delete the initial tweet." So, Mansour deleted his tweet claiming that Shaykh Uthman rejected offensive jihad. Shaykh Uthman then tells Mansour to send him a private message. That tweet is still available. Shaykh Uthman has updated his picture. Now, people started sharing a screenshot of Shaykh Uthman's tweet about enslaving non-Muslim women and children. I didn't share it because I've been going out to California about once per month, and I thought it would be better to ask him about it. I know that people can Photoshop a screenshot of a tweet, accounts can be hacked, words can be taken out of context. I don't want to accuse Shaykh Uthman of saying something that he didn't really say, so I asked him about the tweet. And he had an explanation.
First thing, there's been a clarification posted on Twitter. I had given up all my social media, right, which I did not respond to that personally.
You're not on social media?
I am not on social media. Okay. Even the Twitter post that you're looking at, if you go to the actual Twitter page, there's a post on there that clarifies that I am not the one who runs the Twitter page, right? I created that Twitter page originally as Abu Kutub just to explain books. When the traffic picked up so much that I couldn't keep up, I gave it up, right? And there was a post posted on Twitter to clarify. Okay? So that tweet was not from me personally. It was from my Twitter account, right? And there were other things done on that Twitter account, like some tweets which I did not agree with, and we made that clarification on Twitter, right? So we're clear about that.
So, Shaykh Uthman took the timeless advice of Shaggy and said, with a straight face,
"Wasn't me."
Now, this wasn't entirely convincing. After all, the tweets certainly claimed to be from Shaykh Uthman. Notice, I have already made all of this clear in my durus, but you never reached out to ask me, send me a private message. These tweets claim to be from Shaykh Uthman himself. So if they're actually from a volunteer who runs his social media, this is really messed up, especially if the volunteer is promoting views that Shaykh Uthman does not agree with. So, Shaykh Uthman's response to me was a bit suspicious, but I decided to give him the benefit of the doubt. After all, it's possible that some volunteer was behind all of this. I know that Shaykh Uthman and his followers always assume the worst about people like me, but I don't want to assume the worst about them. However, I did want to ask why he would have someone like that running his social media.
Wait a second. So, someone who works for you and controlled this Twitter
Does not
account
work for me. Somebody who volunteered to take care of the Twitter account made that post, and as I disapproved of it, he deleted it.
Wasn't me.
And just to be as clear as possible, I had Shaykh Uthman publicly proclaim that he doesn't believe that all non-Muslims should be forced to pay jizya or that their wives and children should be enslaved.
So, just to be clear, you do not believe that jizya should be imposed on all disbelievers, and if they refuse, they should be fought and their women and children enslaved?
No.
Wasn't me.
See that? Shaykh Uthman had a problem. People were falsely accusing him of tweeting a tweet that he never tweeted. You've got a problem? Come to the problem solver. When you're in trouble, you call DW. I tried to help him. You would think that his followers would appreciate and respect my efforts to help him clear this up. Instead, they responded with more insults and abuse. But I can't control them. I can only control myself. The day after I posted my video supposedly exonerating Shaykh Uthman, I went to Mansour's Twitter page to make sure that he had received the correction and to see if he was willing to admit his mistake. Instead, I found that Mansour was calling Shaykh Uthman a liar. Mansour had already called Shaykh Uthman a liar in the past, claiming that the good Shaykh says one thing to Muslims, but something completely different to non-Muslims. Uthman Farooq is actually a pathological liar. When with Christians, he'll deny things like offensive jihad and slavery, but when with Muslims, he'll affirm it. Him and David Wood are both vile. That was an old tweet. After seeing my video, he said, "It appears that Uthman Farooq has yet again shown himself as dishonest. In the following video," that's a link to my video with Shaykh Uthman, "he denies even making the tweet. Yet in the quoted tweet, you can see him affirming he made the tweet. Also, I'm not an atheist, Uthman." To prove that Shaykh Uthman is lying, Mansour shares a clip from a live stream where Shaykh Uthman admits repeatedly that he was the one who posted the tweet. I wanted to watch the original live stream video to make sure that nothing was deceptively edited. In the original video, the Muslim panel takes a question from a caller. The caller asks Shaykh Uthman about his tweet calling for jizya to be imposed on all non-Muslims and for the enslavement of women and children.
Hello.
Hello, I wanted to ask Uthman something.
Oh,
Hey, you
how
Muslim?
you doing?
So I saw Uthman's comment regarding the jizya on Twitter with this guy, and you mentioned that the people, if they do, he asked you a question, if the people do not pay the jizya, they should be enslaved. And you replied, you teach these sort of stuff in your lessons.
This would obviously be the perfect time for Shaykh Uthman to explain that he's not on social media and that it was a volunteer who posted that tweet. Go ahead and explain that for us, Shaykh.
So
Yeah,
what
please
happened
do.
is some dude on Twitter, some troll, I don't know who he is, but made a bunch of comments saying that I don't believe in jihad al-talab and I've denied that there is jihad al-talab and this kind of things. And what I said is that I have clarified these views and what I believe in the durus.
Wait, who said that?
And what I said is,
Who?
and what I said is,
A volunteer said it?
what I said.
That's strange. In this live stream, Shaykh Uthman says that he was the one responding to Mansour. But when I asked him about it, he said that he's not on social media and that a mysterious volunteer was responding to Mansour.
I had given up all my social media, right, which I did not respond to that personally.
Wasn't me.
So that tweet was not from me personally.
Wasn't me.
Somebody who volunteered to take care of the Twitter account made that post.
Wasn't me.
Apparently, Sheikh Uthman is his own volunteer. But please, keep explaining what happened, Sheikh Uthman.
People have misconstrued that by cutting off the top part of the commentary to say that I believe in things that wouldn't be necessarily what I do believe in. What I believe in is clear. I believe in the Quran and Hadith and Bab al-Jihad, including Jihad al-Difa', which is defensive jihad, and Jihad al-Talab, and how the rules and regulations of those work. We have durus, and we're going to have in Zad al-Mustaqni', and which is what I said in the part of the comments that people cut off as well.
Wait, who was posting the comments for Sheikh Uthman?
And which is what I said in the part of the comments that people cut off as well.
Who?
And which is what I said.
A volunteer?
And which is what I said.
Can someone please help the Sheikh here?
That if you want to know the details of how that works, watch the lessons. They're online. Everybody can watch them, and you will understand.
See, Sheikh Uthman, one of the problems is all you said was, I teach this in my classes, and they think that you teach specific views and you omit others.
Wow, that's Ijaz Ahmed jumping in to help Sheikh Uthman. Side note, Ijaz Ahmed really hates Mexicans. Listen to how Ijaz talks to Mexicans.
So you wetback piece of shit, go f*** yourself. Do you understand me?
Hey Ijaz, I got an idea. Why don't you take a page from Sheikh Uthman's Dawah playbook and say that it was a volunteer who called Mexicans wetback pieces of, you know, the language you Muslim apologists use. Just say that it was a volunteer imitating your voice the way Sheikh Uthman's volunteer was imitating him on Twitter.
Wasn't me.
Back to Sheikh ul-Islam.
Right.
And the problem is that there's the top part of the chain, which they don't show, which is when the guy was talking about the fact that he thought that I denied jihad, right?
Notice Sheikh Uthman is using the context defense. Oh, people aren't showing the beginning of the discussion where Mansour said that I don't believe in offensive jihad. Yeah, why aren't we showing that part? Because Mansour deleted it. Why did Mansour delete that part? Because he had accused Sheikh Uthman of rejecting offensive jihad, and Sheikh Uthman said that he does believe in offensive jihad and that he believes that all non-Muslims should be forced to pay jizya and that the wives and children of anyone who refuses to pay should be enslaved. Mansour deleted the tweet because it contained a false accusation. Sheikh Uthman deleted the other tweets where he admitted that he believes in offensive jihad and that offensive jihad includes enslaving women and children. Does this context help Sheikh Uthman in any way? Not at all. But his followers all mindlessly accept his response. Why? Because they've been trained to mindlessly accept any defense offered by their scholars, no matter how ridiculous it is. But please continue, Sheikh.
And the bottom part of the chain, and I've seen this reposted, and what's that prostate guy? The guy who's the
Red one,
prophet.
anxiety attack guy. Yeah.
Prostate prophet with the F. So that guy used the same thing. I ignore them. I actually block the guy and stuff because it's just a waste of my time to deal with trolls.
Smoke and mirrors, there is nothing here that explains why he agreed that jizya should be imposed on all non-Muslims and that women and children should be enslaved.
If you want to know what I believe, it's all online. It's not like I hide my beliefs.
You're literally hiding your beliefs right now, Sheikh.
I do believe in what Allah has ordained in all of it.
Including taqiyya, apparently.
What is the different types of jihad? What are the rules of regulations? But they cut all that out because they don't really sincerely want to know the truth. So let them be trolls.
Here again, we didn't cut anything out. Mansour deleted a tweet after Sheikh Uthman admitted that he believes in offensive jihad and enslaving non-Muslims. The rest of the tweets were deleted by Sheikh Uthman. But according to Sheikh Uthman, his words are being taken out of context because we're somehow cutting out the deleted tweets. This is dawah at its finest. Help him out, racist Ijaz.
Just to point out something, the Shaykh on Twitter, his account Abu_Kutub, he tweets out the links to join his classes.
Wait, who tweets the links?
The Shaykh on Twitter, he tweets out the links.
Who?
The Shaykh, he tweets out the links.
I thought Shaykh Uthman isn't on social media.
You're not on social media?
I am not on social media.
Wasn't me.
Confused yet?
So when I saw those chains of tweets, and we were getting tagged, I don't know why, but the point is you misrepresented what the Shaykh said.
People misrepresented what who said?
You misrepresented what the Shaykh said.
I thought a mysterious volunteer said it.
Somebody who volunteered to take care of the Twitter account made that post.
Wasn't me.
Now think about this. Shaykh Uthman admitted repeatedly that he's the one who posted that tweet. Shaykh Uthman's beloved associate, racist Ijaz Ahmed, who calls Mexicans wetbacks, admitted repeatedly that Shaykh Uthman posted that tweet. All of the Muslims on that panel heard it. Thousands of Shaykh ul Islam's fans who watched that video know that he posted that tweet. And yet, when those same thousands of fans watched me ask Shaykh Uthman about that tweet, when those same thousands of fans heard Shaykh Uthman lie to my face and claim that he had nothing to do with the tweet because he's not on social media, how many of those fans stood up and said, hey, wait a minute, Shaykh Uthman is clearly lying here. He can't do that because lying is wrong in Islam. How many? 0. You can line up 1,000 of Shaykh Uthman's fans. 1,000 out of 1,000 of his fans will have absolutely no problem with their Shaykh lying to our faces. Putting all of this together, what does Shaykh Uthman clearly and indisputably believe? He believes that jizya should be imposed on all non-Muslims and that the wives and children of anyone who refuses to pay should be enslaved. Slavery is illegal. Shaykh Uthman wants to bring it back. And you know what Islam teaches about female slaves. He believes that he should lie to non-Muslims about his ultimate goals so that we don't oppose his efforts to enslave our wives and children. He believes, correctly, that his fans have no problem whatsoever with his deception. And he believes that non-Muslims are so incredibly stupid that we'll never be able to figure this out and expose him. Unfortunately for Shaykh Uthman, he's about to realize that he's wrong about that last part. Welcome to Dawah. The D is for deception.
It just backfired on me.